Hello and welcome. I'm Jay Yan Hum. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for following through with this series I'm creating on clearing trauma. So I've done ones on clearing uh, time of conception and youthful development, and then from 0 to 3. On today's, instead of doing from like 4 to 6, I'm doing it on from 3 to 5, because 3 to 5 is a stage of development called, and I'm looking at my notes, called initiative versus guilt. And this is from the work of psychologist Eric Erickson. And I really like to be able to integrate some of the psychology into what we're doing today, because when we're talking about healing trauma, why we need to heal trauma during these critical years is so that the gifts of those developmental stages can be there for you to embody. So the developmental stage of 3 to 5, the preschool years, called initiative versus guilt. That is, initiative is you are able to honor uh, a sense of personal agency to make choices, to play, to eat, to have some control of the environment, right? Like when it's cold, you can close the window or ask mom and dad to turn on the heat, or when the bath water is too hot or too cold, you can ask that be adjusted. That is initiative, having power, choice, control over your environment. So if your caregiver is someone who is just not very attuned to you, they'll just ignore your needs. So if the bath is too hot, you're gonna get scolded. If it's too cold, you're gonna suffer. If you're hungry, they don't care. And if you want what you want, but they're not responding with empathy and with understanding, you're gonna have this sense of guilt. And many people just feel guilty for being alive. So if that's you, please consider, first of all, making a personal one-on-one appointment so that we can go into more detail on what needs to be healed. And I will definitely individualize the session to fit your needs. You know, there's a lot about the story, your story, that has been so ignored or even dismissed in alternative healing world. But it is important to tell your story to someone who can hold sacred space for your story and witness you. So I would be honored if you choose to work with me, because I believe it's really important to be witness, to have one person hear your whole story and be witness so that you feel validated in all the pain and suffering you've been going through in life. All right, so let's call in our guides and angels to support us, to fill the space with love and light, and to surround you with love and light. All right, so now we're going to go to that timeline of age 3. And we're going to start clearing all the traumas, whether it's physical, verbal, emotional, financial, things happening in your family that you don't understand. And lots happen in the family. Sometimes the hardest thing is to witness things happening to someone else that you love that you can't do anything about. Maybe seeing a brother being overly punished, seeing your mother getting yelled or seeing your father destroyed in an argument. All that, even if you don't understand it as a 3-year-old, it becomes trauma. So that's what we're releasing today. And you can choose to define trauma however you like. I'm just giving some examples of what that is. And if you've been following my work, um, then you know, you know. So I know that you're a very savvy and smart person who just knows. So yeah, so let's clear that trauma from age 3 timeline, clearing it from lymph, fascia, and again, fascia connects everything. It's the matrix of you, right? It wraps around muscles, tendons, wraps around every structure, every organ system in the body. So we're going to slow down here as we just clear trauma from fascia throughout the body. And this time of day, there's a light coming through the window, and so you can kind of see a little rainbow across my screen. And maybe it's fainting now, the rainbow is fainting. So here we go, clearing trauma and fascia throughout the body, especially skeletal system. So here's another critical thing that happens as we go through the developmental ages, especially the earlier years. We were born with about 300 bones, and then they fused and became 206. So the cartilage becomes bone. And in all those places and spaces where cartilage or where bone fuses or where cartilage becomes bone, let's clear trauma from that because it's in those early developmental stages where that happens also. So if you have a particular joint in the body that's always giving you problems, consider making a personal appointment and we can figure out what was going on that may be trapping your bones, trauma. But I'm clearing it right now in a very general way for everyone. So let's start with the hips and then all the bones in the foot, hands, rib cage, of course, sutures in the head. Good. All right. Good. So now we're going to move on to clear this in your DNA and RNA. And some of you know I've been sick for a few weeks, and every time I'm sick for that duration, I'm being given downloads. And this time, I'm being given downloads to do DNA light language. So here it is to clear DNA. Here's the DNA light language. Samarokane ki kumaraki yakata. Haki yakot makarikaka. Rash nukore patar. Burida rok mako meshiko pakar kekega. Achiake amakwade kumata kumarakoresh nekotar. Nishini kotare kumata kumeshate kumata oka. Tumarakia kumashate kumare kumaraka. Lashna kubara kriya kumataka. Thank you. Now we're going to clear traumas that were happening in the family system. Family system means family line, paternal family line, maternal family line. And let me ask for light language for that as well. Samuraki mukwana kia kumata. Takamata ke wo shaturigaraka. Rahurahi rahi mokorda. Now let's bring peace and harmony to the family. And lastly, we're going to go through all the chakras, beginning with the root chakra. So we're only going to work on the chakras in the body, not the transcendental chakras that are outside the body, like the earth chakra and the soul chakra and all that. Those, the higher chakras usually don't need clearing. It's the ones in the body that went through the trauma. So let's clear this on the root chakra, everything that happened around age 3. Aku medyo kono toka kinakumata. Tamara kunne kereto mata ko shakarekumata. Good. Now your sacral chakra. Rakura ke kumata kumashate kumaraku mata kamarke. Harurache no koraku mate kerekereto. Rashi no ku barakanato parayakimata. Your solar plexus, and that's really super important to clear it from your solar plexus because around this developmental stage 3 to 5, about personal power, agency, initiative, right? Oh, that's clear. Solar plexus. La hula hima kumate kumurakake. Sharuloke kumara kumate kumashte kata. Haruke no ka rukane ko bishikato patayakata. Good. And now we can go to the heart chakra. Anything that impacted your ability to love yourself, have compassion for you. And things that impact your heart tend to also impact sleep because the heart meridian, pericardium meridian, triple burner meridian, and small intestine meridian are all part of the fire element family of meridians. And the triple burner especially is connected to the fight or flight response, and that definitely impacts sleep and nervous system. Oh. So we're going to bring that in and clear that. Sorry, I'm yawning when I'm doing this. Yeah. Oh, good. Now we're going to go to the throat chakra. So your ability to speak up for yourself, ask for what you want. And I'm especially going to clear not just the throat, but what's behind it, behind your neck, as a lot of us have to stuff down our emotions and needs. So I'm going to do throat and the whole esophagus and stomach. All the stuff, memories, stuff, emotions. You may feel it here. You may feel it down the esophagus. And if you are prone to reflux issues, let's clear that for you. Oh. Now the eyes and the third eye, definitely clearing out the perceptual distortions that happen around this time. And now the crown chakra. Good. So now we're going to move on to your 4th year of life. And for many of you, that's preschool. So all trauma that happened in this timeline that still impacts you, we're going to clear from the lymph and fascia And now the DNA and RNA. And I'm going to ask for the light language for that. DNA light language. Shamola kumete kumarakria kumata. Chin nakuraka patag. Padaki, mukush takan matakeka. Likaniko pata, kumashaka kumala kumatekara. And family systems, paternal, maternal family line, or unresolved traumas from that family line. Gonna clear. Oof. And now we're gonna go through all the chakras again, beginning with root chakra. And now sacral chakra. And your solar plexus. So now I'm going to go more into the digestive system because around this age, preschool, you are with other kids, so that means you're being compared and all that comparison between kids to see who's growing, who's at the 80th percentile or the 50th or only the 7th percentile. Oh, that's just going to impact your solar plexus, right? And create digestive issues when you're young. So if you have ongoing digestive issues, it could be hernias, it could be celiac disease, it could be an IBS. So many of those issues really come back to this developmental stage when you are feeling unworthy because of the comparison games that start from preschool or kindergarten or whenever that started for you. We're going to clear that now. And it's so special right now doing this because you can see the rainbow across my screen. That's because of the sunlight coming through. So there's a lot of helpers here. All right, now we're going to go clear the heart chakra and the throat and the eyes and third eye and the crown. Good. So everything we did for age 3 and 4 is still processing. And now we're going to go to age 5. For many of you, that's kindergarten, right? And again, all those comparison games that teachers do or that peers do that can create emotional issues. So all the different traumas that happen in life around this time, let's clear from the lymph. And now from the fascia throughout the body, fascia and all the organ systems. And now your DNA and RNA. Orokoriki kumaka kuya kumashite kumara kuha kumaka ya kumatu baraki kamata kwashta. Durari kuri rigi ko para ya kumatu rika kumarakuri ya topata kumishkere karatara. Tiri tumaka kumariki kumakosha nakari kumatake. Family system. Kumarakumete kumataku shanara kumiteka. Shashmakotika tomarake kanatora. And again, we're going to go through all the chakras, root chakra, rakamashi, kumaraki, hakamata kyaka. Sacral chakra, tomarakia komashate, komarakuashitakato, darege komatakata. And the solar plexus. Tomatiki komarakia komata, komarakia komata panaishtate, torriteketka komataku patiako. So anything that impacted your sense of self, your self-esteem, we're especially going to clear that so that your sense of initiative you can reclaim and clear all the guilt or the shaming or the pain. La chikareto pareko matike moshete kumadake kumadaka. And then the heart. Nagreko shite shita shimarake kumarakuate kumadakariata. And your throat chakra. Throat chakra, being about self-expression, is also about expressing your unique creativity. And kindergarten can be a space where you start to explore that, or it can be the space where that gets shut down. And the shutting down of self-expression and creativity is largely fifth chakra, also third chakra. So I'm going to clear all the chakras around self-expression, but especially the fifth chakra and the third. Harre kumata kumarakia kumata kumashikadedo. Mush makadeto ta ritno shikadeto pa ritone shikadeto ta. Good. And now your third eye and your physical eye. And when we are around other people, what we see, we start in training to the caretakers, people who have power over us. And if the person who has power over us can see you and you entrain to that non-seeing, your eyes start having problems. And that's where perceptual distortions and refractive errors began. So let's clear it up from your eyes. And now your crown chakra as well. So all the clearance that I've done for ages 3, 4, 5, let's allow these clearance to really go deeper. And I'm going to ask the a light language for integrating this. Samurakumateka kumarakumate kumashate kumarakahakak. Lahuraki mokumashate rashina kubara kumatai kumaraku hatabarake. Okay, I hope you're feeling much better. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you're ready to take initiative on and how you're feeling now. And thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for supporting me with donations to keep this channel going. All right, and I wish you many blessings and namaste. And thank you all the guides and angels for supporting us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, bye-bye for now.